Today we are going to learn one of my favorite function, that's filter function. Now I'm not talking about filter feature here. The filter feature is quite different from the filter function. So let's dive into our data and let's see what's the difference between filter function and filter feature. So here we have some data: order number, state code, customer name, order date, status, and so on. So to apply the filter feature, I will select all data, then click on this funnel kind of thing. Here you can see the note create a filter. Click on it and now you can see some lines here in the header row. Now when I click on these lines, we can see multiple options here. So let's say I want to see only delivered items. So I will first of all I will clear all the check boxes and then select only delivered and press on OK. Then you can see only deliver items. This is the filter feature, not function. Now when you click on the funnel icon, you can see other options like sort A to Z, Z to A, sort by color, filter by color, and filter by condition. In filter by condition, we can see a lot of options like start with, date is greater than, less than, is equal to, is not equal to, is between, and so on. So this is filter feature. We are gonna perform all these tasks using the filter function. So let's remove the filter first from our data sheet and mark this task introduction as done. So here is our first task, that's boss wants to know items that are ordered on date 11th January 2020. So in A2 I will add is equals to filter, that's our filter function. Then the first argument is range. For that I will go into the data sheet, then select from data column A to column P. Let's remove this from here, so it will select the whole sheet. Then our second argument is condition. So according to our task, the boss wants to know items that are ordered. So the first condition is status should be equal to order. In double quotes I have added order. Let's close the bracket with close parenthesis and press enter. Now you can see all entries that are having order status, but our boss also wants to see items that are ordered on 11th January 2020. So let's modify the formula. I will insert a comma here and give the second condition, that's the order date, that's column D in data sheet, should equal to. Now this time instead of adding it in double quotes, I will add or I will give the cell reference at F1. In F1 we have our date, that's 11th January 2020, and finish the formula with close parenthesis and press enter. Now we have only 3 entries that are having order status and ordered on 11th Jan 2020. Let's mark our the filter function. I have showed you the first simple case of filter function. Now let's check out our second condition, that's boss wants to know items that are shipped and delivered. Now when I see or check the data set or data sheet, both of these conditions are in the same column, that's the status column from the data sheet E column, status column. So in this case we have to take a different approach because both of these conditions are in the same column. So let's add our formula filter, then the first argument is range, that's A column data sheet column A to P, then comma, then I will add the open parenthesis and then select the status column equals to shipped, close parenthesis. I have added the plus here, and I'm gonna repeat the same condition, and instead of D1 I am going to select F1 and press enter. Now you can see all the delivered plus shipped items. So remember, whenever we are in a situation where you have to filter out data with two conditions in the same column, we have to add the plus operator between two conditions. Now let's mark this task as done. We have already seen one condition and two conditions in one column. We have just learned it. Now greater than equal to. So in this case, boss wants to know items that are ordered on 13th February 2020 and greater than that. So here I will add the formula, that's filter, then range, that's column A to P in datasheet, comma, then the order date should be greater than 30th February 2020. So here we have all the rows that are having order date greater than 30th February, but if we search 30th February here, it has not included it. So to include it, you just need to add greater than and equal to. I have added equal to sign in front of the condition, that's date 30th February 2020. Now when I press enter, we can see the 30th February 2020 is here. So the equal to sign has included the date 30th February 2020. The formula here is filter out range, that's data sheet column A to P, and then data D to D, that's order date column should be greater than or equal to E1, that's 30th February 2020. So let's mark this task as done and less than. So less than is quite similar to greater than, so I will copy the formula and paste it here. So let me remove the equals to sign. I have to change the sign as well. So it was showing greater than only. Now let's say I have changed the sign to less than. Now you can see all the entries that are having order date less than 9 February 2020. So when I drag it down, you can see it's starting from 8th February 2020. Now if you want to include the 9th February 2020, all I have to do is add equal to sign in front of the E1. Now when I search the 9th February 2020 in the data set for the data, you can see it's in the last row. Now let's mark this task as done. Next task is between. Is between is nothing but a combination of less than and greater than. So I will just copy this formula and paste it in between sheet, and here is our first argument. Range should be from data sheet column A to P, and date should be greater than and equal to 29th February 2020, and again I will copy this and paste it here and change the greater than sign with less than and equal to. Instead of F1 I want 27th March 2020. Now close the formula with close parenthesis and press enter. Now we have data from 29th February 2020 to 27th March 2020. That's what our boss wanted. boss wants to know items that are ordered between 29th February 2020 to 27th March 2020. So let's mark this task as done. Now let's see how we can filter out non-blank rows with filter function. So here we have some names, and as you can see there are some non-blank rows between this column. So I will add the filter function here and select the range, that's E column, then condition is the same column. I will add less than sign and then greater than sign and double quotes and close parenthesis. Now you can see all the range but without blank rows. If I copy this and find it out in the data, you can see there are double entries. What does it mean? It means we have filtered out only non-blanks, not duplicate values. To get unique values, you can use the unique function and see we will get less entries. All these are unique entries. So I hope you have understood what's my point. The filter function, non-blanks are different. Those are having non-blanks with duplicates, and with unique function we will get only unique values. So let's mark this task as done. So our next task is wildcard. So our boss wants to know items that consist word GB in products. Here we are going to use Regex match. That's regular expression. So I will insert the Regex match formula, then text, in our case it's products column, that is in data column F, data sheet column F, and we want to search GB. So I have to change it to array formula by pressing Ctrl Shift Enter, and when I press Ctrl Shift Enter, the first Regex match is false because there is the header of the column, that's product, but second row consists word GB in it, so it has written true. So based on this Regex match function, we are going to pull out or filter out items that consist the word GB. So let's start our formula with filter, then range, data A to P, then comma, then Regex match, then text, that's product column consists word GB, press enter. Now you can see all the items that are having GB in it. When I find the GB word, you can see all items are having GB in the title or the description. Now our next task, but before that let me mark it as done. Custom range or array. So our boss wants to know only customer names, sales and assigned supervisor columns from the category printer. I will insert the formula filter, then open parenthesis, then instead of directly selecting the columns, I will add curly braces. Our boss wants to know customer name, then sales I guess, and then assigned supervisor, then again I have to close it with curly braces, then comma, here category is equal to printer. So here we have only 3 columns out of all these columns, that's custom range. So let's mark this task as done. Now our next task is boss wants to know total sale in state MH, that's Maharashtra. So I will add the formula equal to filter, and I will filter out sales column, then the condition that state code column B to B should have MH. Now when I press enter, we can see the range that are having both the condition that state should be MH and it's from the sales column. So to get total sale, I just sum it up. I will add the sum formula and press enter. So we will get the total sale amount in the Maharashtra state. If you want, we can get average as well. For that we just need to change the sum with average. So here is the average total sale in this state Maharashtra. So let's mark this task as done. That's aggregation with sum and average function. Now you can see whenever we are filtering out data, it doesn't consist the header in many cases. Like in wildcard there is no header, in custom column there is no header, and in between there is no header. For that we have a solution, that's VSTACK. So boss wants to know state code MH data with column headers. So he wants Maharashtra data. So I will add filter function here. Then again I will select data sheet from column A to P. Then the state code B to B column should be equal to MH, that we can add in double quotes. So here we have data, but our boss wants to know column headers as well. So here I will add another function, that's VSTACK. Then let me copy it first just in case. Okay, so let's cut it here, then select the data, then select the first row, then comma, then our filter function, and when I press enter we can see all the headers along with our filter data. Let's mark our last task as done. So I hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial and you are gonna take or try the filter function and filter feature as well. If you have enjoyed the video, please subscribe to my channel and see you in the next video.